Wait. That's gonna need some editing. Hello everyone. So due to popular demand, I'm doing an Ask Cora vlog, and we've been collecting these questions via hashtag, Twitter, Instagram. We've been collecting them from all over, and I've had a little help, but this is what we have. This is the first batch of questions. If you guys have more, I'm always willing and open to do another. So let's see how this one goes. Let me know if you like it, if you found it interesting. Comment below all your ideas, suggestions, and if it works, we'll do more. So here's my first ever Ask Cora vlog, coming from @Coraleen. The first question: is there a chance na mag-collab kayo ni Vinny on a vlog? Yes, I'm definitely down to do a collab with Vinny. He's really cool. Question number 2. Do you have TV guestings coming up? I do have some TV guestings coming up. I'm in line to do some guestings on a teleserie or 2. I cannot disclose too much. Siguro naman, alam niyo na, I'll be doing a small stint in Pusong Ligaw, and there's been a few inquiries. We're just managing the schedule, so I'm always open to do guestings, and you can definitely expect to see me on TV very soon. Question number 3. Rate 1 to 10. How close are you and Tanner? Inside the house, I would say 8 to 10. We were very close. I didn't have too many allies in that house. If you guys watched or you heard about it, I didn't have too many true friends, but I can definitely say Tanner was very, very kind to me in that house. Of course, we were frustrated with each other every once in a while. It's hard to work in a group and do stressful things, but Tanner is very respectful and has helped me with personal problems. He's always been an ear to talk to inside, and so inside the house we were very close. Outside of the house, we're both very, very busy, and we have different schedules, so we don't see each other too much. But I will always consider Tanner a good friend, a true friend. He's never betrayed me, and we both know that with the votings and stuff that it had to be done. We didn't have any choices, but yeah, I can say Tanner is a sincere, good guy. May salamin sa harap mo. How do you describe the woman in the mirror? All I can think about is Michael Jackson's song, Man in the Mirror. But yeah, if there's a mirror in front of me, I would describe the person in front of me as trying hard to be honest, trying hard to be true to themselves, and still on a path of discovery. I know myself well, but there's so much more to learn about myself, and for me to learn about my world, my environment, how I affect others. So my reflection would be a work in progress, let's put it that way. I always want to improve, and I know I'm not perfect. I never said I was, but I want to be kind, and I want to be understanding and empathetic. So those are things I will always be working on. And I know you can't please everyone, but I don't want anyone to be able to say that I was mean to them, or I was dishonest, or I manipulated or used anyone. Those are things I always try to avoid. So, I mean, everyone's gonna have their opinions of me, but my opinion of myself is of persistently trying to improve. These are from @Madame_Cora. What sports do you enjoy doing? My main sports, I would say, are definitely swimming, volleyball, and softball. If you were given a chance to change your name, what name would it be? I've actually grown into my name a lot. A lot of people call me Cora now because that was my name in PBB. My real name is Coraleen. My middle name is Sarah. My mother calls me Coral. A lot of people have started calling me Coral, but I used to love Cora. Now I'm starting to love Coraleen because it's used less. But I don't think I would ever be the type to change my name. My name is very special to me. My mom and dad made it just for me. It comes from my two grandmothers, Filipino side, Corazon, American side, Eileen. So obviously that's where Coraleen came from. And I love it. I'm growing into it, and I'm sure it has a lot of purpose left for me to fulfill. So I would never legally change my name. Unless of course I was married, then maybe I'll change my last name. If he's ordered. Ayun. What would be a good theme song for your life? Sing it for us, please. Don't be crazy. I am not a singer, and I think we know that. But, God, I love so many songs. I'm listening right now to Big City Life by Matafix. I listen to it when I'm getting ready in the morning. It's really nice. I would say that's probably the theme song for my life right now. It's really cool. I also like, that's all. Let's call that the song for my life right now. Whenever you doubted yourself, felt like giving up, what is the thought that kept you going and working towards where you are today? Many times in my life I've felt like I had no choice but to give up, or I felt tired and beat down. But even before people were watching me and counting on me or looking up to me, you'll still have those moments. But the most important thing I've learned by example from role models in my life is when you give up, you're not just letting everyone around you down. All the people that love you, all the people that want to see you do good, you're letting yourself down. And the second that you start to let yourself down, you make yourself susceptible to depression. You make yourself weak, and you make it harder for yourself to not fall next time. If you get used to falling, falling will be easy, and fighting becomes hard. So always fight, even if the odds are against you, even if you don't believe in yourself, because I reserve the right to impress myself, and I feel like everybody should. Never underestimate yourself, because you can do things that you never thought that you could, and you'll never know that you can do them if you don't do them and show yourself. So think of yourself as an audience, as someone that's watching you, as well as everyone else, and try to impress yourself every once in a while. I think you'll be shocked with the things that you can do. So those are the things I think about when life gets me down. What are you most afraid of? For me, I'm most afraid of letting my loved ones down. I don't want, you know when you're young and your parents say, I'm not mad at you, I'm disappointed. That's more painful, right? It hurts more to hear that from people that you respect and love than it does to fail. Because sometimes you can fail, but you know people are still proud of you for trying. My biggest fear is letting myself down, giving up, and letting everyone else that believes in me down. So that's why I always try, I guess. My biggest fear is accepting less than my best and just being fine with something that I know I can do better or fulfill in a better way. These are from @KDI-KD324. If you could wake up tomorrow in the body of someone else, who would you pick and what would you do? Oh my gosh. In the body of someone else. That was a tough one. Physically, I would probably want to be like Megan Fox and do some running on the beach in my bikini just to know what it feels like. But I would more be interested in being in someone else's body so that I could feel their mind and see how they think. So some of those people would be philosophers, Aristotle, Socrates, great thinkers, Shakespeare, people like that, so that you could, artists, Frida, Picasso, you know, Monet, I would like to be in the mind of someone that sees the world differently, a creator, you know. I don't often think about switching bodies or minds with other people, but I do look at others and try to learn from them and absorb their perspective so that I can have it. Because instead of wanting to be in someone else's body or mind, I really want to improve my own so that I can be living in the happiest place for me. I want to be in the capsule, in the container that makes me the happiest. So maybe instead of trying to switch bodies or minds with someone else, you can learn from them and refine your own. What question do you hate to answer? Usually if someone has the courage to ask you a question, I want to have the respect of answering it. But a lot of people ask rude questions or superficial things like, oh, did you know that you gained weight? Did you know this? Like, yes, I did actually. Thank you for letting me know. But, you know, just discretion with the questions. I think people ask sometimes before they think. Those are the worst kinds of questions to answer, but it would almost be worse not to. So, you know, ignorant things I feel like are more embarrassing to the other person than they are to me. So I answer. This is from Lorraine Patu. Who's your showbiz crushes, local and in Hollywood? My showbiz crush locally would have to be Liza Soberano. You know, I'm straight, but sometimes you feel an attraction or a curiosity or naaaliw ka sa isang tao. You're just interested in them. Something about them makes you interested in. I was fortunate enough to meet her one time, and the way she handles her craft and the way that she holds herself and carries herself was impressive to me. So I would have to choose her as my local crush. Hollywood crush, of course, Angelina Jolie, Jennifer Aniston, Charlize Theron, Brad Pitt, Orlando Bloom. Oh my gosh, Johnny Depp. Okay, I would say Johnny Depp is number one because he is so mysterious and that works for me. What was the last nice thing you did for your mom? The last nice thing I did for my mom, every day we text, but the other day I called just to hear her voice, just to chat. And we don't call each other often, not lately anyways. We've always been a texting family. But I've got her on WhatsApp now, so I told her, you know, we can talk, we can chat. She was like, oh, what do you need? I was like, nothing. I just want to see how you guys are doing and catch up and spend time. We see each other every other week in person. We visit each other. Usually they'll come visit me. It's a bit hard for me to commute now, so they'll come visit me and they do much more nice things for me than I think I do for them, but I always try to make them proud, and I never want to bring shame to my family name. So I feel like that's kind in its own way. If you ruled the world, what would you change? I would change education. I want people to learn differently and to embrace learning in a less structured way so that children, humans, people, can learn differently from the beginning up until the end of their lives. I feel like the way we teach people and the way society has molded minds is very structured and sometimes often very ignorant. If we don't fit into a category or a genre or sexuality or financial status, you know, people judge. And I wish that we could teach people to think for themselves, to be individuals, to accept other people for who they are, regardless of whether or not we agree with it, regardless of whether or not we're the same religion, sex, color, ethnicity, anything. If people were more accepting, more patient, and readily available to think for themselves, I feel like the world would be a much better place. Cora, may pagkakataon kayong mabuo ulit ng original vlog squad? Nakakamiss ang Will Dan Cora. Oh my gosh, I feel you, babe. I feel you. What do you find most attractive about Tanner? You guys, mga corner babies talaga. Okay, I will answer it.